I am the shadow you need to see the light. The devil represents lust, greed, rage, primal instincts, secrets, the shadow, success in career, personal interest, addiction, passion, and the words of others getting into your head and making you believe things that are not true, as well as your own thoughts leading you to believe things that are not true, among many other negative connotations. In the reverse, it can mean freedom. The devil card may fill us with fear and dread because the devil is a Christian symbol associated with evil. And this is from Tarot and Other Divination Arts by Alice Eckrick and Michael Johnston. The card does not indicate evil, but asks us to confront the shadowy, instinctual part of ourselves. Following the perfect balance of the angel in the temperance card, the fool is reminded of those parts of himself that are self-serving and uncooperative, which he had tried to keep hidden away even from himself. When this card appears in a spread, things that we don't like to admit about our own character and desires may be trying to break into our consciousness. We may encounter these unwelcome qualities in others or in our dreams. A neglected part of us needs to be heard. Personal gain and success in one's career is indicated by this card. We are advised to act in our own interests. And so the Devil card is a very controversial card, and it can bring about a lot of fear and negative emotions and feelings. However, it does, like all the other cards, have a place and a purpose within the tarot that points out to us things that we might need to improve upon or leave behind. It can also represent the passionate side of our lives as well. And there are religious and societal connotations to that. That can lead to a lot of interesting discussions. However, for this video, we're simply going to take it at the meaning that it's intended. If you're interested in the history behind the devil in symbology, such as the tarot, there are a lot of really interesting academic works. I recommend that you look into The Horned God within art history and religion. There's some really interesting academic works on that. Apologies for the crystal hearts. I had to cover the private areas in the Rider Tarot. I wanted to show you also some of the variety that comes about in various decks on the subject. The Steampunk Tarot, as you can see, focuses very strongly on the element of being used like a puppet, someone else pulling your strings, and self-destruction. You see the puppeteer there causing his own destruction with the people he has enslaved there. And here in the Everyday Witch Tarot, you see a lot about greed, overindulgence, and being led astray by the words of others. And in the Universal Celtic Tarot, you see that again with the chain to the tongue, being led astray with the words of others, being bound into servitude because of false beliefs. Okay, so there are a lot of different symbolism that goes into this card. Another interesting piece of symbolism that I found is in the Crow Tarot, and this definitely comes into that horned god aspect of the history of the devil. And the guidebook for the Crow Tarot by M.J. Cullinane states as such: keywords: addiction, bondage, temptation, and violence. It's an earth element. Perched in the middle of a river of blood atop his latest prey, the devil is disinterested in the lives he has destroyed. His presence can be cold and dark. At times, to catch his prey, he channels his charming nature and allows the unsuspecting victim to willingly follow, only to discover later he has taken their joy and replaced it with despair. Chained yet able to free herself if she sincerely wishes, is a little bird symbolizing purity and a free spirit that has succumbed to the forceful demands of the devil. This card can mean that there is an addiction that is preventing you from finding real freedom and happiness. It may also indicate a fear of change. This card points out that the change that have you bound may be of your own creation. The devil reversed is a sign that you are no longer blinded by the materialism and overindulgences of the devil. You can free your mind and body from the shackles that have kept you from realizing your real potential. So that is it was a really interesting bit of symbolism there. And then I wanted to share with you a deck for those of you that do not wish to have any element of the devil within your practice at all, even in symbolism. There is a deck called the Sacred Circle Tarot, and it comes with a guidebook of Celtic Pagan Journey by Anna Franklin, illustrated by Paul Mason. And it is a really interesting deck. And as you can see, number 14 here represents the Underworld. Now, in the regular tarot, number 15 is the devil. However, there is not an exact this or that in exchange within the Sacred Circle Tarot for some. This is the closest you're going to get to this idea. So the guidebook states that the crisis of death has brought the fool to the gates of the underworld, where he must journey to the center of the life maze. But first he must pass the guardian of the threshold. It is the dark self that is described as the guardian of the threshold in occult terms, which bars the way to further progress and ultimately initiation. The guardian of the threshold can adopt terrifying and monstrous forms, which are personifications of deeply buried fears. Worldwide, shamans and witches describe the initiatory process as a series of journeys into the underworld where fearful monsters must be fought and defeated. It is a frightening thing to be brought face to face with your most severely repressed fears, something that most would prefer not to do, would prefer not to know about. However, it is this dark self that opens the gateway to initiation, and the guardian is not defeated by repression or being battled with, but by being recognized and assimilated as part of the whole self. This whole self is the treasure the dragon guards. Okay? And that is the whole point of the devil card, is seeing the whole self and addressing those issues that you don't want to be a part of that self, okay? Or that are causing you harm or holding you back from reaching your true potential. I hope that you found this to be helpful. If you did, please let me know in the comments. If there was anything you felt could have been improved upon, please also let me know that as well. Be gentle and kind as you do so if you would. Remember, you are beautiful. You are loved always. And no matter what the devil card may reveal to you, there is always something that you can do if it's something you don't like. Okay? Always. We are all capable of change. We are all capable of reaching our higher selves. All we have to do is make the choice and step forward into the future that we desire. Thank you.